If for some reason or other it just stopped working at this point. That was the findings for question D. They ask you to multiply by K factor. So it's going to be KB times KL, which is K squared LB. And it either asks you to calculate the area of rectangle C or the area of rectangle A, which gives you K squared LB over LB, which simplifies to give you K squared. Right, you guys finish with number 2? No. Still busy, okay? I'll pause the video at this point. So, right, rectangular prism has dimensions L, B, and H, volume V. Determine volume 1 of resulting prism in terms of V if one of the dimensions is multiplied by a half. So before doing anything, what would the answer be? Of V. Why? Because this would simply be KV. Not so we spoke about this. No? So if the volume of the original piece is length times breadth times height, LBH, which is LBH. Okay. If one of the volumes are multiplied, one of the lengths are multiplied by half, so it will be a half LBH, which is a half V. You all agree with that? Okay. If determine the volume of V2 resulting, V2 the resulting prism in terms of V, if two of the dimensions is multiplied by half, so V2 will be half squared V. You all agree with that? Do I need to show you how I got this? No? And the third one would be V3 is going to be half cubed V.
So can you explain how you want it?
This one. Then the second one, both. Okay, so let's go with the first one. V2. We have said two of the sides are multiplied by two of the dimensions, which is the length multiplied by half. So if the original is length times breadth times height, which is LBH. If the volume, let's say the volume 2, if the length is multiplied by half and the breadth is multiplied by half. Okay? Which is a half squared LBH, which is a half squared V. You see that LBH is using volume. You understand? Right. If you go with V3, V3, now determine the volume of V3, the resulting prism in terms of V, if all three of the dimensions are multiplied by half, which means to say the length is multiplied by half, the breadth is multiplied by half, and the height is multiplied by half. So it's going to be a half L times a half V times a half H. So that's going to be a third cubed LBH, which is a third cubed V. That's how you obtain V3. You understand? Okay. Let's do number 3. If you wake up the minutes to do number 3. Okay, good. Right, here we go. Exercise 16.3, page 371, number 3. The radius R of a circle is multiplied by 4. Compare the area of the new circle to the area of the original circle. So, how do you calculate the area of a circle? Pi r squared. So, area of the first circle is pi r squared. the radius of a circle is multiplied by 4. So the first radius is R, so the second radius will be 4R. So radius 2 is going to be 4R radius 1. Answer? You all agree with that? So compare the areas, so I must work out the second circle's area. So how do you work that out? It's going to be pi R squared. And what is your first your second radius is going to be 4 times your first radius. So that will be 4R. Can you see that 4R all squared? Which will give us 4 squared pi R squared. Okay. Then let's say compare the areas. So how do we compare as we did before? We say A2 divided by A1, which is A2 is going to be 4 squared pi R squared over pi R squared, which is 4 squared. Okay, so the area of the second circle will be 16 times greater than the area of the first circle. Can you see that, people? B says the radius of the sphere is multiplied by 4. How do you calculate the volume of a sphere? Volume is equal to 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Not so. So the radius of a sphere is multiplied by 4. Compare the volume of the new sphere to the volume of the original sphere. So that is the volume of the original sphere. So if the volume, if the radius, the second radius will be 4 times the original radius. Not so. So what do we say? The volume of the second sphere is equal to 4 over 3 pi times 4r cubed. Not so. The same as 4 over 3 pi times 4 cubed times r cubed. No? I'm just going to put this in front and I'm going to multiply by that 4. So 4 cubed times 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So what do you notice now? 4 over 3 is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. This is what? The volume of the original piece. Not so? So therefore, the second volume is going to be 4k, 4 raised to the power 3 times the original volume is equal to the new volume. Okay? This is number 1. Number 2 says, compare the surface area of the new sphere to the surface area of the original sphere. Okay? Just taking this one back for what I've deleted here. If I do what I did here in B to this question, instead of representing it like that, I could have said that is your original area and that is also equivalent. Not so. So I could have said area 2 is equal to 4 squared of the original area, or 16 times.